Well, I'm clearly still on the river because look at what's in front of me. I hear all this rushing water. I'm like, oh man, what is that? And it doesn't look like it's going to be too friendly to pull the canoe through here. There's tons of rocks. This is crazy. What's up there? I'm going to have to portage the canoe through here on the rocks. What the heck? Are you kidding? This is not on the map. The map's kind of crappy. Okay, so I'm really happy right now because I think I just went the wrong way. I don't know why, I just naturally went left because the water opened up that way. But I just looked at the GPS map and there's a little spot where the road, like where the water goes towards the road, and that is in the opposite direction of where the water goes into little trout or whatever we're going to call that, Bingley. I think I'm supposed to go right here instead of left, and I don't think I have to do that at all or see those people. So I am very happy right now. I think I see the lake on the left, water opening up. Little teeny tiny swift. Have to turn. There we go. Oh, yes. So much better than doing what I just thought I had to do. Oh, goodness. I love how all these rocks, and this was the same on Lac Aux Sables, I love how all these rocks are just like littering the shore everywhere. It's just like in all these random places, and they're just like, somebody just tossed them out. I really like that on the campsite that I was on. I hope that continues. I also noticed a couple of spots that look like little beaches on Lac Aux Sables. I'd love to stay on a beach campsite at some time this weekend or week, this trip, whatever. That'd be nice. Oh, yay. I think I am at the end of the river soon. I can't believe I'm still on it. It's like the longest 1.5 kilometers or whatever ever. Oh, this river is just like hanging on to me. It doesn't want to let me go. This last little section here was like that rocky section I didn't have to do when I went the wrong way, but covered in water. Like every 10 seconds it was like canoes sliding onto a rock. You can't see in the water. It's really dark, and I don't know, just the way the sun's hitting it, you can't see down, and I couldn't see any rocks in front of me. I just kept hitting one after the other after the other. So while I was going through the rock minefield, I reached over and pulled out my wrap. This one is prosciutto with ha-ha-ha moo on it, and since I still have 2 kilometers to paddle through the lake, I'm going to eat this while I'm paddling, and I'm hungry. It's like after 3 o'clock already. I'm going to show you the lake. Welcome to whatever you want to call it. Little trout lake or Bingley. So I believe I've spotted the portage, possibly, into big trout. Just as I'm getting up to the top of the lake here. This big black cloud that's over me, I was actually trying to race it because I thought it was going to rain on me, but it didn't bring rain, it brought wind. And the wind was almost a tailwind, but it's coming a bit diagonally from my left, so it might help me on big trout. I just had a big gust and it kind of pushed me off to the wrong side, but hopefully it helps me. I don't know what big trout's going to be like, but just like near the end of this, I'm like, okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost on the big lake. And then the wind picks up. Like, of course, right? And there's no campsites on big trout. So, hopefully I make it through okay and it's not too bad. Alright, looks like this is the portage. It's got some signs here, so I'm going to pull up and get through here and hopefully miss out on this bad weather while I'm on the portage. It's only 130 meters, so hopefully it shouldn't take me too long. But let's see. Alright, it is 10 to 4. Took me 3 minutes-ish to bring the pack over. And welcome to Big Trout Lake. Oh look, the portage is on the other side. Apparently I did the wrong one. Okay, maybe that's why it was longer. Alright, it's 5 after 4. Got the canoe all loaded up and I'm ready to get across Big Trout here. It's pretty windy. I'm going to stick to the right shore and hopefully it doesn't take me more than an hour. It should only take me 40 minutes technically, but with the wind it'll take me longer. I usually paddle about 40 minutes, so, but with the wind gusts that might not be the case. So it's 4:43. I just made it through Big Trout. I'm just like at the top of the lake where it starts going into the river. Not as far as I want to be. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move my arms tomorrow. That was an intense paddle. I've been through crazier winds, but it's always a pain for me when the wind is coming diagonally. It was pushing me quite a bit. I believe the rest of the way it's going to be head on now, and hopefully it won't be as bad. Some more dark clouds coming in, story of the day. Hopefully they don't have any baggage with them and they don't cause any issues. Are we having fun yet? The wind has been relentless. It has not stopped and it has been so challenging to get anywhere. I think I'm getting close to the first portage, but I'm not sure where it is because it's not on the GPS map that I have on my phone. But I'm hoping I get there soon. Now I'm stuck in the bottom of the... Oh my god, seriously. What else? This place is just full of surprises. Probably better to pull the canoe through here than it is to paddle through what I've been paddling through, I guess. And I'm going to probably get wet from walking through the water. Not sucky muck, it's more like sandy silt. This is pretty deep, but there's like a crazy current up ahead, so there isn't even any point in getting in the canoe. Trying to paddle. Oh, I'm back in the canoe, but I don't think it'll be for long. I'm like literally paddling through a puddle here. Like I just was like, am I ever gonna get to some water here or get anywhere? It's 5:30. I gotta get out again. It's 5:30 and I still have 2 portages to do. Oh, I see trail tape. I think I found one. Oh wow. You can barely even pull the canoe through here, it's so shallow. Got rocks in my shoes. Woo! Sucky muck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh jeez. Sucky muck. Can't even get the canoe up. Come on. I don't know who marked these portages, but they were on drugs or some kind of hallucinogens or something. I just did this portage, supposed to be 200 meters, 190 meters. actually. And the trail just keeps going and going, and there's like all these huge obstructions all over the river. So I'm glad that the portage keeps going, but it's probably 500 meters, maybe 750. It took me over 15 minutes to do it, and because it's beside a swamp, it's like crazy infested with bugs. So I just took the pack through. I just walked and walked and walked. There was a spot where it looked like I could put the canoe in. Then I would have had to go through that beaver dam. So I just kept walking. Where I put the pack down, right across the water, like it won't even take me 2 minutes to paddle. There's the next portage sign. And that's supposed to be a 90 meter. I don't know what that one is. See here, it stops, but then you just have to go over the beaver dam. I'd rather walk and, bring the canoe through all this stuff on land when it's like this, like getting in and out of the boat every 30 seconds, pulling it, trying to paddle, current, too shallow, boat bottoms out, like it's just too difficult. I might have exaggerated a little bit. I just timed it with the canoe and it took me 12 minutes. So it's not a 750 or whatever, but it's definitely 500 or more. And I don't know, when you're expecting a 200 meter and then you keep walking and walking and walking and walking, it just feels like it's so much longer. Hopefully the next one, right over there, I don't know if you can see it, is much better. I'm gonna try to leave the yoke on. I just slid it forward, and the wind is picking up like crazy again. So hopefully it's not too bad on the other end of that portage, and I'm almost at camp. I'm super tired. Oh my gosh. Okay, so at first you walk and then the water's there, and I'm like, this is not even a 90, this is like more like a 40 or 50. But then the trail goes the other way, and it's all fine and dandy, it's beautiful until you get to the end. And I have to go through this, and it's brutal. Big, huge boulders. I don't have good balance right now, my legs are weak, but oh well. Hopefully the campsite is close by. I'm a little bit concerned because on my map it shows the end of the portage and then you're in Long Lake and the campsite is very close. But when I look up the GPS map, it shows that I'm still in the river. I'm not on Long Lake yet, and there's a little stick before Long Lake, so I don't know if there's another portage or not. Oh man, it's crazy. I was like on my hands and knees at one point because these things are massive. Look at, like there's boulder gardens. This is like Shangri-La, like in Temagami. Like it's not as bad, but it's still. All right, it's 6:40. The wind is crazy again. I've got the canoe here. I put it down like near the start of the rocks and just kind of slid it over. I'm sorry, I scratched the shit out of it and I just can't. I'm done. I'm so tired. I'm hoping that the campsite is close by and there's no more portages, but if there's another one, I wouldn't be surprised because this place is full of surprises. All right, let's go. I want to get done. Oh my God, this lake is like 8 inches deep, maybe. I don't even know how the canoe's getting through. Oh, and the wind's blowing and I'm struggling because it's so shallow. I can barely paddle. Oh my gosh. Please, campsite soon. And I hope it's amazing. A little bit deeper here, maybe 10 inches. All right. Looks like it moved. I got stuck back there. I was like, seriously right now? I don't have the energy for this. I mean, I gotta have a Snickers in my pocket, but it's not that serious. Okay, come on. This is brutal. Alright, so I come around the corner from the horrible shallow water, and now I've got this. Oh my gosh. Where is the campsite? Where is the lake? It's not the wrong one, like the other one. Maybe you can pull the canoe up this, maybe. Looks pretty flowy. It looks pretty deep in some places. Oh, these rocks are so slippery, but it's working. I'm literally like crawling through here, putting my hands on these rocks as I'm walking through, pulling the canoe. And I look up to see this little pond in front of me, and I'm like, what the hell? And there's another portage. Oh my gosh. When will it end? Oh, here's the obstacle I thought I was going around, but the portage looks like it's going straight uphill. It doesn't say how far it is. None of them do. All they are is marked. None of them have meters on them. Oh wait, in the corner. Looks like a 2 or a 7. Doesn't tell me much. But it looks like it clears over there pretty quickly. So hopefully it's short and it takes me to Long Lake. And this is really the last one of the day. Oh man, I think this one is the 80 meter because it just goes up the hill and down the hill. And there's water, and it's real water. It's a lake. It's not the river. It's not a little creek. It's a lake with water in it, and it's not 10 inches deep. And there's probably a campsite on it, maybe 2. And one of them I can stay at. I'm so happy that I finally found a portage that is actually the length it's supposed to be. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get to camp. Better be a nice site. I better be there. Better be a site. All right, it's 7:15. I am on Long Lake. Got the boat there. It's all packed up, ready to go. Wind seems to have died down just a tiny bit. There's one campsite supposedly in the first corner of the lake, and then if I keep going, there's another campsite. So if the first one's decent, I'm just gonna stay there. If not, I might go to the second one, but I'm not going to Bage. This is it for me today. So off I go. Oh, I've been waiting a long time to say this. Welcome to Long Lake. So I don't know if I should just take this site or be a little picky. I mean, I'm obviously exhausted, but it's 10 minutes to paddle to the next one. But if I get to the next one and it's not as nice as this one, then I'm not coming back. So I'll just end up staying there. So let's go take a look. If there's a flat spot for my tent, probably could use some shelter with the wind and the rain. And if I got that, I'm good. I didn't want to jinx it, so I didn't bring anything up with me, which is dumb because I'm probably staying here. Oh, look at this. All right. It's up on a hill here. I don't know. Whatever. Fire pit. Probably not going to have a fire. Don't even have the energy. Flat spot for a tent. Oh, perfect. Look at, there's one there. There's one there. And nice and sheltered. Look at this cool thing. That's neat. Okay. Yep. Look at my stuff. All right, it's 7:35. It is super, super windy. I just got my jacket up here. It got a little bit wet on that last non-portage where I had to walk up the waterfalls there. And my camp chair is also damp, so I've just got it sitting here. I had to attach it to this stump just so it wouldn't blow away. And same with the tree. Same with the jacket. I had to Velcro the front together. So it's getting a lot of air, so it should be dry in like no time. This was a very nice, super flat spot for my tent. but it was also very exposed, and I am not in the mood for wind, rain, or anything right now. I want to be super sheltered. So this spot was not quite as flat. It's on a little bit of a slope, but I'm going to put the tent there. The bottom was a little bit wet from last night, so I just kind of flipped it on its side so some of the air could blow and it could dry. Yes, there looks like there may be some widowmakers here. I have taken a look at them and checked them, and they're not even moving in the wind as strong as it is. So I'm hoping I'm safe with that. If it starts raining now, I'm so screwed. I have everything out, trying to dry it really quickly. I'm really surprised at how long the Midori's taking to dry the floor. I know it was wet on the bottom, like from the ground. So the wind is coming from this way, and the fly is off, so the air is just blowing right through the bottom. It should dry really quickly. My thermarest was a little bit damp on the bottom because it was on this, and it's almost dry. Fly was soaked. I wanted to put it on the tent to dry it, but because I'm drying the floor right now, I didn't want to close up the airflow. So I just threw it on the ground here just to kind of lay it out and get it a little bit dry. It is drying. You can see the winds going through it. And over here I got the no bug zone, or bug shelter. It's not technically a no bug zone. It's a VCS 13, which is not made anymore, but it's actually doing really well. I love this thing. It dries super fast. And then the little footprint that I brought, which I would just throw on the tent floor instead of drying it, is wet because it was in the lake. So I've got that on the clothesline, and that's drying too. So everybody's in the process. The wind is blowing pretty good, so hopefully this stuff dries quick. Oh yeah, I'm also drying my pants because they're very wet. I walked in many rivers today, and they're pretty wet, and my butt is also wet from the seat and from the creek. It is super windy out, and I just decided to come up into the forest just to boil the water quickly. I got enough to make a hot chocolate for myself and this freeze-dried meal. I've got 3 cheese chicken pasta. It's a half of a package left over from last year. I had the little silicone packet in it too, so I just checked it, took a look at it. Everything looks and smells fine, so I'm going to put the water in there and make myself a hot drink, and then I'm going to finish setting everything up, and then that should be ready to eat. It's boiling. Forgot to shut the camera off. Hilarious. Alright, turn it off first. And I used water that was already purified, so with the larks, so I didn't have to do a rolling boil. It's probably too much water. This one, I always end up having it like soup, but I kind of like it. It's kind of like a sour cream sauce, and it's got broccoli in it, which I pick out most of. Yeah, it's just some rotini noodles. It's pretty good. It's not as good as an OTG meal, but I really like it. It's one of my favorite other meals that I eat that are non-OTG. Okay, zip it up and come get my phone and set the timer. That's a cool sounding bird, eh? I guess that's all I got. All right, my timer went off about 10 minutes ago. That's beautiful. I don't know if I've ever heard that. I really love ginger tea, but I drink one every day, usually first thing in the morning. It's good for me. Ginger's good for you. It has a lot of healing properties and helps with inflammation and stuff that I don't eat the proper foods to have. So my pants are almost dry, just the bottoms of them. My feet are still sloshing around, but I don't want to put dry socks and dry shoes on until my pants are dry, because then my pants will make my socks wet. So I'm just kind of waiting. Yeah, I got the fly on. That's pretty much dry. Just feels like a shame to speak when that bird is singing. I found a spot to make a privy, so I've got that all set up. And my food looks good. I don't actually think I put too much water in it this time, which is great. The one thing I really hate about these meals, opposed to Randy's, OTG, is that the bags are so big, you have to stick your whole hand in there and you get stuff all over your hand. So you can kind of turn it inside out, that helps a little bit, but it's still not that great. I like to cut it, but then I can't zip it shut when I throw it back in the bear vaults until I'm, you know, when I take it home, because I gotta obviously pack it out. That's just beautiful. All right, there we go. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put the zoom on it. I've had it many times before on past trips over the last few years. Used to be one of my very favorite meals. It's still like one of my favorites, but I like all the OTG ones better. Yeah, so I'm just sitting here on the ground. I didn't feel like opening my chair. And the cushion one is not quite dry yet, and my butt is dry already from like walking around doing everything, and the wind blowing on it. So I didn't want to sit on the wet canoe chair and get my butt wet again. So, and I didn't want to put the chair out because I'm gonna go to bed after this, like soon. Probably won't go to bed, but I'll probably go in the tent. And yeah, after this I'm gonna get changed because I'm starting to get really cold, and the bug shelter's almost done, the tarp's almost done. My sleeping bag was wet. I found out, I put it in a garbage bag and then I put it in the sleeping bag, and I opened the garbage bag up and there were 4 holes in it, like big ones. So I have another garbage bag. I always keep extras. Garbage bags are priceless in the backcountry. They don't take up much room, especially when they're brand new. They're super flat and small. And I found another one to replace it, and I'll get rid of that other one. But what I'm going to use the other one for is to line the bottom of the backpack, because I have it here, so I might as well do something with it. Anyways, bon appetit. I'm going to eat. I'll talk to you later. That's good, even after 2 years. That was really good. I grabbed a few things out for dessert. I went through the bear vault and organized it a little better because it wasn't in good order. This is my drink bag, my garbage, because I'm going to need that. But I just pulled out some cashews, and I still have my half of a Snickers bar. I ate a half of a Snickers bar today, and I put the other half in here. So I might have that and some corn chips, just a small, like, little snack. There's the Snickers bar. I'll probably have that for dessert. Well, it's 9:35, and I haven't stopped since dinner. I changed my clothes. That was the first thing I did because I was freezing. I was actually shivering. I finished all the stuff. I put the bug shelter away. I put the sleeping bag in the tent. Put the chair, the canoe chair away. Folded up the little footprint tarp and put that away. Grabbed my raincoat, put that away. I finished up the privy quickly, and I did all the things. Sorry, I got a mosquito on my arm. It's 10 o'clock and I'm in bed. I'm so tired. Yesterday at this time, I think I hadn't even set up my tent yet. So it's kind of funny, but it was a late night and it was a long day. I didn't go to bed until 1:30, and then I don't even think I fell asleep till like 2:30. I kept hearing weird noises outside, and usually the first night I don't sleep that good. So when I got up at 5:45 or whatever it was to go to the privy, I went out and the sunrise was unbelievable. So I couldn't go back to sleep. I had to see that. And then I was kind of awake for a bit after that. But I tried to go back to sleep, and I should have just slept through that storm and stayed in my tent. But I was like trying to go. And then I'm glad I didn't go, because I would have got just pounded in that storm. Like, it was just insane. So yeah. But I only got rained on a little bit while I was out. Definitely got blown by the wind all over. It was so windy out. My arms are just so tired, like holding this light right now and holding my phone up. I'm just like, okay, shut up already, go to bed and turn this off, because I can't hold all this stuff up. Yeah, I'm pretty sore. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'm just going to take it easy. I've got an extra day in the route, so I can take my time. I can switch some things out if I want. And just going to see how it goes. I'm going to go. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Sleep well. Goodbye. Good morning from Long Lake. It is 6:30. It's not looking very nice out. It's kind of chilly and it's a little bit windy. It's not windy like yesterday though. I had a bit of a sleep in. Slept just over 8 hours, so my body must have been tired because it didn't wake me up at 5 a.m. I'm feeling a bit better. My arms are still really sore from paddling in the winds, but the rest of me is okay, I think. Got a little morning snack. Just went down to check the water, see if there were any moose or anything. There's actually a little bay over here on the other side, but there's nothing there. All right, I just made one package of oatmeal with some strawberries in it. I did have some blueberries, but I ate them all. I was gonna put them in the oatmeal, and then I thought, no, I'm just gonna eat them right straight through. Okay, so I took a look at the map. To get to Bark Lake, there's 4 portages on the map. There's a small 120-ish to get into from Long into Beaumage, which I had planned to do yesterday. And then there's a couple of 300s and an 800 that go through the old growth forest. And then I'll be on Bark. So even if the winds are strong, I should be okay at least to get to Bark. Bark's a pretty big lake, so the plan was to paddle 18 kilometers from there to go up to this island campsite on Bubble Bay, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with the winds, and I just looked, and tomorrow the winds are high too. 30 kilometer gusts, 35 kilometer gusts, etc. So I think I'll probably just paddle up Bark as far as I can go. If it's not too windy, then I'll keep going, but if it is, then I'll just find a nice site and stay there. It is 8 o'clock and I'm all packed up and ready to go. The sun kind of poked out here a little tiny bit while I was packing. The winds have gone down a tiny bit, I think. And I have a lot of portaging to do anyways, so hopefully by the time I get to Bark, it's not too bad. And I can make my way through there fairly well. So off we go. All right, thank you, campsite. Goodbye. Oh, there's the sun trying to poke through. And here we go. Off for another day, Friday, July 29th. Off we go. I was worried about paddling. My forearm is really sore. I think I pulled some kind of a muscle in there because it's really, really sore, especially picking stuff up. But hopefully, as long as I don't have to paddle too hard, I should be fine because it doesn't hurt too much just paddling like this. So. Winds be good to me today, please. Well, I'm not even through the first section of Long Lake. I'm just at the end of the first one, and then goes into like another little lake section, and it's now raining on me. It's just a light rain. It's funny because there aren't really any dark clouds above me, but it's fine. As long as the wind keeps down, I'm okay. Obviously, I don't want to get dumped on, but it's all part of being out here. Well, I've just passed where that second campsite is supposed to be. There's a big rock. You can see a little trail that goes up, but I couldn't really see anything that looks like a campsite. I don't know, maybe it's like the one I was on last night where you walk up and it's just like an open area up at the top of the hill. But there was no campsite sign on it. So just a note, and I may have paddled all that way yesterday after being half dead and then had to turn back and go back again. So I'm glad I didn't go anywhere. That campsite last night wasn't the nicest campsite I've ever stayed on, but for what I needed, it was absolutely perfect. You know, the hill was a bit steep going up, but that little sheltered area that I slept in last night was perfect. was just looking on the map on the phone. I have something called Avenza on my iPhone, and you can look for areas. You can pay for maps, or some of them are free. A lot of them are free. This one was free. So you can look for different areas, and it'll populate whatever it has, and then you upload it into the app, and then you can see, like, it's a GPS, so you can see where you are. But I don't know, it's a topo map, so it doesn't show any of the campsites or anything like that. I have printouts here. I always have printouts and electronic versions, and then I also have pictures of the printouts on my phone. So what I did was, and then I have the campsites drawn in from the pages of the old growth book that the person who suggested this trip to me sent me, and that's how I drew the campsites onto the map from those pictures in the book. So not 100% accurate. Stuff never usually is when you're out in these places. Some of the maps are old, some of them are inaccurate, and it's just, again, part of it, right? So sometimes you got to be careful. You're banking on going to a campsite, and then you get there and it's not there. So just have to watch with stuff like that when you're out in places like this. And you know, people are always like, "Oh, it's Crown Land, just camp anywhere." If you saw the area while you're watching, when you watch my videos, you see the area. There's no, like, this is all thick forest and rock cliffs and boulders, and it's not like you can just pitch a tent anywhere. Like, you need at least a certain area and a flat spot or flattish spot. This is all bush and trees, and like yesterday it was all alder bushes, and you can't camp on that. Like, it's just not that simple to just say, oh, just stop anywhere, because the options aren't always abundant. Portages are so much more welcome when it's raining. It's like, look at my bag, it's just soaked again. It really wasn't that dry to begin with. Fun landing here is a log blocking the access, otherwise you just pull it up right here. All right, it's 9 o'clock, and got the canoe all ready to portage. Got the pack on my back. Wasn't too horrible getting it up on there, so that's good. And I'm making my way through the first portage. Hopefully it's not crazy. Looks quite lovely, and it's nice to get out of the rain for a bit. Now, I did have the option to wear my rain pants today. I do have them with me because I knew it was going to rain quite a bit on this trip, but decided to go with my Columbia pants just because I'm not going to roast in them. Oh, look, there's the end already. It looks like it is actually a 130 or 120, whatever it says. Yes. This is going to take me into Bage. This is the one that I would have had to do yesterday to get to that campsite I was aiming for. If it's even there too, right? Like, I don't even know. A little bit of wetness here at the end. Not a big deal. And we'll get the canoe. Still raining over here, but not as much. Now that's the way it's supposed to go. 9:08 on the other side. Backpack, canoe, ready to head out. Not even 10 minutes. All right, here I am on Bage Lake, and a bit of paddling to do, not far, maybe 1.5 to 2 kilometers to get to the river and the next portage, I think, but we'll see. Well, the rain has lightened up. It's just spitting a teeny tiny bit, so that is great news. Oh, big smile on my face. I just came around the bend, and from here already I can see the bright yellow sign into the river. I'm not sure if this is still Bowmage Lake or if it's already part of the river, but it's not like the river I was on yesterday, so that makes me happy. All right, 9:34. A little yellow sign. Getting ready to do this one. It says it's a 320 on the Mississagi map, so hopefully it is, and in and out of there in no time. Nice simple landing here for a change. Just pull everything up. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.